Привет. Hi, it's Diane, and I am here today to tell you another story from the book of Joshua. It's a continuation, so maybe this is page 3 of the story. This is the story about the day the sun stood still. How big is our God? How much will he do for those who call on his name? This is the story of Joshua. Okay, so Joshua, he took down the battle of Jericho. The walls fell down. Two foolish boys took some stuff they weren't supposed to, and God called them out on it. And because they lost the next battle, and God said, "I told you, don't do anything I didn't tell you to do, and don't take anything I tell you not to take." So you need to go get those two bad boys out of your camp, and you need to get the stuff that they took and get rid of it too. So they did. So they go on to this city called Ai, and it was really a big decisive battle, and they won it hands down and killed everything that lived. They were marching on, and the people of Gibeon found out that they were headed their way, and they're like, wait a minute, we don't want any part of this. We know that your God is obviously the one true God because he has done all these miracles for you. So what we want you to do is be our friends, and let's make a little treaty, and we'll look after your back and you look after ours. Well, you know what Joshua did, because I guess they couldn't kill every single living thing, and God told him to make a treaty, so they made a treaty. And so the other kings in the area found out that Joshua and the Israelites had made a peace treaty with the Gibeons, and they were very upset because Gibeon was a really nice, big, important city. They wanted Gibeon, and they thought, we're not going to let it fall to them. We're going to go take it. So 5 kingdoms joined together to come against the Israelites and the Gibeonites. So the Gibeonite king said, okay, look here, Josh, you promised you guys would come and help us if we needed you to. And so we need you to do that. We need you to come and help because there's a big raging battle that's going to happen. And so Joshua, he prayed about it, and God said, don't be afraid. You take your men and you go, because I promised you that I'm going to deliver all of this land to you. So I'm going to tell you today, this battle will be won by you for Israel, and you will defeat all of your enemy. Well, so Joshua gets his guys, and they march out through the dark because it's nighttime, and they march all night long to get over to Gibeon to help them guys out. And when they get over there, man, are those Amorites surprised, because here comes Joshua and his guys. And suddenly, I love God's suddenlies. Suddenly, it says that they became confused. They started killing themselves. They turned on each other and started shooting each other and killing each other. Well, I guess they didn't shoot each other. They didn't have guns. But, yeah, they started just lopping off each other's heads, I guess. And they started fighting. And then when they got over being confused and some more of them came in, and because there were 5 nations coming at them, then God threw hailstones down from heaven, and he lopped them off in the head, knocked them off. And it says in the Bible that more people died that day from the hailstones being hit in the head and killed than the Israelites killed. So that was a lot of folks. And so they're hands down winning. And Joshua says, look, now we've got to continue on. Let's get on down the road and finish this fight, boys, because it's going to get dark soon. And we have to do this before it's dark, because once it gets dark, we can't see, and they will all band back together, and they will lose their confusion, and they will come and they'll just whip our socks off. So God says, okay, y'all just keep on. I'm with you. You're going to win. I told you would. So they're heading on down there, but Josh is really worried about the time, and the Israelites are worried about the time and the darkness that could come, because there's so many people they're fighting against. And so Joshua says, you know what we need to do? We need to pray. So he lifts up his hands to heaven, and he says, oh, Lord God in heaven, who is with us, if you would please, Lord, make the sun stand still over Gibeon, and let the moon stand still over Jajland. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. And we will be victorious this day. And you know what happened? It did. That's right, it did. That's exactly what happened. God made the sun stand still. This is an absolute fact that you can Google sun stood still. They have proven they can know the day and the time exact in history when this took place, because scientists say it is the longest eclipse ever in the history of mankind. Yeah. It was about a half a day. The sun stood still right over that moon. The moon couldn't go anywhere, and it stayed daylight. And the Israelites and Joshua went in there, and they whipped their butts. They defeated 5 kingdoms in one day, because God was lobbing some hailstones from heaven. He was making them confused. I read one account that says that he made the wheels fall off the chariots. Can you imagine you see this giant chariot coming at you, and all of a sudden the wheels fall off and everybody flies out, and then God hits them in the head with a hailstone and they're dead? If our God is so great that he would make time literally stand still for his children, what can he deliver you from today? This is an absolutely true story. It is found in Joshua chapter 10. The day the sun stood still. There is nothing that your God, our God, my God, our God cannot do. He is a God of miracles, and his miracles continue every single day. I am a living proof of his miraculous love. So, when you have the giants of this world coming against you, when you think the time is running out, that you can't possibly win, that this is too big a battle and nothing can defeat it, God can. He is the creator of the universe, and he manipulates time and space and circumstances in the favor of his children and all those who love him. He is